here with a quick tutorial on how to do the Don-Tonberry AP trick. Now, a few things you want to note about doing this is that this is probably one of the best and easiest methods of getting high amounts of AP, especially throughout the late game where you want it the most. You know, if you want to do super bosses like the Dark Aeons, or Nemesis, or Penance, or anything like that, or simply if you just want to stat max, or try and get a perfect sphere grid. So here we go, getting into it. One of the first things that you have to worry about before you do this is you need a weapon with overdrive to AP on it, and at least triple AP or triple overdrive. More often than not, if you're doing this trick, you're probably going to be farming on One Eye, which I'll explain in a little bit, and his weapons usually always drop triple AP, and you'll customize overdrive to AP on it. So you don't need triple AP and triple overdrive, however it is a really big bonus because of course you'll be getting way more AP than you normally would if you only had two. So here we go, getting into killing One Eye. So One Eye is the species creation that you unlock when you capture 4 of each eyeball type monster in the entire game, which might sound like a lot, but there's only about 5 different types of them throughout the entire game, so it actually doesn't take that long, and you only need 4 of each. So once you do that, you go over here and you unlock One Eye. Now, One Eye is pretty much a staple for farming because he drops these weapons that have triple AP on it, and in the event that you don't get what you want, or you already have them, you can farm for his weapons, which, if they're slotted good, sell for about 60k, which is a pretty good amount. So if you're in desperate need of Gil, and you aren't trying to farm in the Omega Ruins for Mimics for Gil, this is a very good alternative, especially seeing that he can drop that and Dark Matter at the same time, and he also drops Magic Defense Spheres all the time if he doesn't drop Dark Matter. So, a little bit about this guy. If you're just starting off doing this, and you want to do the Don-Tonberry trick, normally this will be pretty hard for you. If you're like me and you always hit for 99k, this guy will be an absolute face roll, but for those of you that don't have super high stats or, you know, really good gear or anything like that, there's some pretty easy methods to killing him, and one of the first methods, which should be pretty obvious by now, is that you need Wakka's attack reels, and preferably with his Celestial weapon, because it'll just do tons and tons of damage. And if you hit all the 2 time slots on his attack reels, that will hit for a whopping 12 times if you hit everything because of the bonus. So it's highly, highly recommended that before you start doing any of this, you have at least Wakka's or Titus's Celestial weapon to make this guy really, really easy. If you don't, and you don't feel like grinding for Celestial weapons yet, you can always use Anima or Magus Sisters. And you can have Anima use her Overdrive Oblivion, which hits for a lot of times, and it hits really, really hard. And alternatively, you can use Magus Sisters, and you can have Cindy use her Razia, which also hits really hard, or that other skill, which I forgot, that hits a lot of times. But yeah, anything that hits multiple times that's an Overdrive will make pretty short work of this guy. A few things to note: if you don't have pretty high agility, he does have auto regen, and he can basically insta-give you on the first turn if you don't have ribbon armor, and chances are if you're at this point in the game, you're not going to have ribbon armor. So on his first turn, he will always use a move called Shockwave, and make a long story short, Shockwave does a lot of damage and puts a lot of negative status elements on you that you pretty much cannot avoid all at once. It's pretty much impossible. You can avoid the Berserk and you can avoid the confusion and stuff like that, but you can't avoid the sleep. And if you're put to sleep, he's just going to keep attacking you over and over, and make a long story short, you're just going to die. So you want to kill this guy before he gets his first turn. If you cannot kill him before he gets his first turn, on the turn right before he gets his, you want to call on Aeon to eat the Shockwave and then start beating up on him a little more. But you absolutely cannot eat that Shockwave if you don't have Riven Armor, because you're pretty much just going to insta-wipe. So here we go. Since I'm pretty strong, I'm just going to be able to hit this guy real fast. Hit for 99k. And like I said, if you're up to the point where you can hit for 99k, you probably already know about this and you don't really need to watch a tutorial video. This is just solely for the fact that I want to show you that he does drop the weapons and anything else that he might drop. So here we go. We got the Magic Defense Spheres, which is the normal guaranteed drop if he doesn't drop the rare Dark Matter drop. And this time around, we got Titus's triple AP weapon, Durandal. So I'm going to show you what this is real fast. We go into our inventory, And here you go, triple AP with a free slot, and this is exactly what you want. If it has 2 empty slots, that's even more of a bonus because that allows you to also customize triple overdrive along with overdrive to AP. Now, in order to customize the overdrive to AP, you're going to need, what is it called? Door to Tomorrow. And these aren't that hard to get, actually. If you capture each of the monsters and all of the areas, at least one of each in all the areas, you go back to the Monster Arena guy and he will give you 99 of these. That's actually more than enough considering that you only have 7 playable characters and it only takes 10 to customize it, which means that you'll have 20 left for 2 more customizations in case you mess up or you want to make a new weapon with, you know, different stats on it. So 99 of these is more than enough to customize on each one of your characters and have 2 times to mess up. So now that we got that, let's go do the Don-Tonberry trick. So we're going to equip our weapons real fast. And here we go, I have everything on it. And what you want to do is you want to have your middle character, in this case my middle character is Titus. You want to go and have his overdrive mode set to Stoic, and you want to have your 2 side characters set to Comrade. Whoever they are, you just want to have them set to Comrade and your middle character set to Stoic. It doesn't have to be these exact characters, just whatever characters you're doing this trick with. So here we go. We're going to go into Don-Tonberry, and another important thing to know about this guy is that it's pretty important to have your middle character, whoever your middle character is, has to or should at least be the one that has a lot of monster kills. Again, you're probably wondering, well, how do I tell which one has the most monster kills? The first time you do this, you should go and hit him with each one of your characters to see who he hits the hardest, because with Don-Tonberry's counterattack Karma, it will always hit you, no matter what your resistances are, it will always hit you for 100 times the amount of enemies you've ever killed in the entire game. So basically, if you've killed 800 monsters, it's going to hit you for 80k. So just to give you a quick note of that, let me attack him, and again, you're only going to attack with your middle character, you're never going to attack with your side characters at all. So here we go, going to get a quick hit, he's going to use Karma on me, and he should hit me for about 85k, just because I've done this already, so there you go, 85k. Waka's going to revive me. Oh yeah, another quick tip. If you have Auto Phoenix, it does help out a whole lot, because you won't ever have to worry about just manually reviving your character, since your middle character is going to be dying a lot, especially the first time you do this. It just saves a lot of time and makes life easy. You don't need it, it just helps out, you know, it's one of those things that facilitates the process of doing so. So here we go. I'm only going to hit him about 1 or 2 more times, just so you can see how much AP I get from doing this. So this is about the 2nd or 3rd hit. I kind of lost track, I wasn't paying attention, but we'll hit him 1 more time after this, so this should be the 3rd or 4th hit. And you're going to see exactly how much AP I get from doing this. So here we go, going to get revived. He's just going to waddle forward a little bit. No big deal. And if you're just starting out doing this, you want to hit him as many times as possible just to maximize the amount of AP you get. If you already have triple AP and triple overdrive, you don't need to hit him that many times because you get so much it doesn't matter anyway. So here we go, I'm going to hit him 1 more time. And then after you're satisfied with the amount of hits you've gotten in, you want to either flee the battle or you want to kill him. Just because of the fact that I don't really need to kill him, I'm just going to flee the battle. It saves a lot of time. So here we go. I'm going to go flee. And you will see just how much I get. So here we go. About 1.1 million for everybody and 1.7 for my middle character. And this is just an absolute pile of AP. This will get you through the entire game, and this is pretty much the breaking point in the game where if you're able to do this reliably and as many times as you want, it kind of breaks the game because, you know, you get infinite sphere levels, you can level up as many times as you want, and you never really have to worry about grinding anything again. Because chances are, before you're doing this trick, you're probably grinding Omega Ruins or, you know, just fighting the other creations in Monster Arena, but this is by far the easiest and the fastest way to do it if you aren't doing the Cactar trick, the King Cactar trick, which is another story. But this is probably the easiest way to do it once you have your weapons and once you have your setup. So there you go, as you can see, one run gave my characters, Titus and Ornn a hell of a lot of sphere levels, gave Waka about 53, so that was only one time, and I only hit him about 4 times. So that means he only hit me about 4 times, and you can just see how much you got. So this will get you set on AP for a very long time. You'll never have to worry about doing anything else, and like I said earlier, it's really important if you want to max out your stats, or if you want to get a perfect sphere grid or anything like that, you know, to fight Penance or Nemesis or anything with the Dark Aeons. So yeah, it's a really, really helpful trick. But that about wraps up this guide, guys, so I hope you liked it. If you want, leave a comment or a like or even subscribe. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please let me know what I can improve on, what I can do, and I hope you guys have a really good day. Thanks for watching, friends.